Hey guys, it's Saria. Welcome back to my channel. This is my husband, Derek.
I am her husband, Derek. Hello, everybody.
And he will be my special guest star today. Today's video is a collaboration with the Disney Damsels. Rowan and her sister Abir will also be doing a video like this. So basically what we decided is for Valentine's Day, we wanted to pick all the Disney movies, well not all, pick a handful of Disney movies that have not yet been made into live action movies, but could be. And then we're going to cast actors and actresses to play the romantic couple in that movie, if that makes sense. We're also going to give this a little fun twist. So basically every time we say who we picked, because like he picked people and I picked people, and then we're going to kind of like vote who we think did better each round. So if he did better, then we're going to hold up a Beast doll.
Beast for the win.
And if I did better, then we're going to hold up a Belle doll.
You will not be seeing a lot of Belle. So, seeing a whole lot of the Beast.
I think I'll be able to be completely honest and unbiased.
Oh, I'm always unbiased. So.
Unbiased means you don't pick yourself just because it's you.
But if I'm better, then I would pick myself. So, alright, who do we have?
Okay.
And we'll rotate. I'll go first. Let's make it fair. I'll go first, then you go first. We'll rotate evenly.
Okay.
That way, it's always the last person
I will literally
their
bet money that
minds.
we're going to forget who went first every single time.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Alright, the first couple is Hercules and Meg.
Okay, I will ladies first.
Oh.
You.
Okay. So, for Hercules, I picked Chris Evans. By the way, for Hercules and Meg, I decided that they didn't need to be, like, teenagers. I don't know how old they're supposed to be, but I feel like Meg is definitely an adult.
Philatides, we don't know how long the old Philatides
Was training him on the island.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, so I decided that these were going to be, like, adults. So I picked Chris Evans because I know that he's, like, massively huge muscular-wise. He's tall, and he can play, like, the nice, sweet, like, boy next door kind of character, which is needed for Hercules. Like, that's why Meg falls in love with him, is because he's such a gentleman.
Okay.
So that's a good one. And then for my Meg, I picked Olivia Munn, because I think that she can play, like, the jaded character who's, like, been hurt in her past. And she just kind of looks like Meg to me, so there's that. I have no idea if Olivia Munn can sing, but we'd find out after she made the movie, so.
Yeah, she would do she'd be doing some lip singing, I think.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to put pictures of these actors as we're talking. That way if we pick people who, like, no one knows, at least you get to see their face.
I might have a few of those.
I definitely do.
So, alright, okay, so when I picture Hercules, you need the biggest, the baddest guy in the room. You need the god of thunder and lightning himself.
He's not any of those things.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh.
To play Hercules. He's the only one that fits.
He's been a god before.
Just listen, he would look good as late Hercules. And I think if you just CGI'd Chris Hemsworth down to a skinny body with just ginormous calves and feet, he would also look good that way.
No, by that logic, I should win because Chris Evans has actually done that.
But he didn't have nice calves as the strong pre-Captain America, whereas Chris Hemsworth with just huge calves.
It's not his calves that bother me in the cartoon, it's his feet. His feet are like...
Yeah, but I always notice how he's like super skinny except for his calves. So all of his Herculean strength is just in his calves
and his feet.
And his feet. So, and then my Meg, I wanted somebody that had the Meg eyes, those eyes that just did, like, spoke with her eyes about how you're yeah. Like, she could really drop the maximum thunder. So that's that pose, by the way, if you didn't catch on. And so I chose Alexandra Daddario. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Also, she played a demigod already in Percy Jackson. So she has experience working with the Greek mythology shows. So
true.
Those are my two. All right, we'll pick up on the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, come on.
No.
Guys, if you want to vote for this.
Okay, no. You know why I win? What is the age difference between your two actors there, babe?
I don't know. But
he's like 40 and she's like 20.
Yeah, well, Olivia Munn's also 40. Okay.
And Chris Evans is around her age.
Now, I will say, if we're working technicalities here, if we're counting Olivia Munn aging after she's dead as Megara, then she can be 40.
You're such a pet.
But
she doesn't look her age. She's in Hollywood.
Okay.
And she's the same age as
I
Chris
still
Evans.
love my choices.
Let us know who you think.
I'm not going
wins
to
at
choose
the
myself
end.
every time, but I do think that's
We'll
better.
see.
All right.
Okay, next is Ariel and Eric.
All right, I'll go first on this one. Okay, I guess I have...
From The Little Mermaid. That wasn't
I guess I'm just really passionate about using Australian actors because I went with the other Hemsworth brother. Not the third one, not the one you don't know about, okay? Liam Hemsworth. I worked really hard to get the third Hemsworth brother in there.
He could be Philip.
But he'd be my Philippides, for sure. But I went with Liam Hemsworth as my Eric. He seems to have that just strong, dapper look. You know, he was really good in Hunger Games, so I felt like that personality translated well. And then I kind of went with a no-name, so let's get a picture somewhere in this area of the screen, okay?
Gonna be up here.
Let's get a picture up here in this area. I went with Anya Taylor-Joy. You have never seen her because she's in Split and Glass.
Oh.
But I felt like she had the big mermaid eyes. Because to be a mermaid, you have to have big eyes so you can see underwater.
Well, literally, though, Ariel's eyes are ginormous.
Yeah, well, because she's underwater and it's dark.
Ah, yes.
So she has to be able to have
you
big pupils to really see without a lot of light. So scientifically, I went with something
yes.
I felt like had nice
Let's
eyes.
go scientific on
So,
the Jamaican singing underwater crab
Anya
movie.
Taylor-Joy. I have not yet decided on a Jamaican crab. Okay, but if I think of somebody, then I will let you know.
Got it.
Okay, Shaggy. I decided right there. Shaggy will be...
Oh my god, I bet you meant from Scooby-Doo.
No, not from Scooby-Doo. Shaggy, catch your red hand. Catch your red handed.
Yeah, got
Alright,
that.
or You're My Angel. That's... See how Shaggy can do it.
Okay.
Good luck, Shaggy. Be in my crab.
I'm done. Okay, okay, so for my Eric, I picked Chris Wood, who was Mon-El on Supergirl. I watch like all the superhero actually we watch all the superhero shows.
Superhero shows, yes.
Supergirl's probably my favorite. But he was Mon-El, and he's got like that Prince look where he's got like the chiseled features and the dark hair and the light eyes. And I don't know, I feel like he fits that character because he's like, he literally starts off the same way. Like he's like, I don't want to marry this girl. I'll find my own bride, blah, 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 blah. Leave me alone, Mom and Dad. Or Grimsby. And then he falls in love and he's like, oh, just kidding. So that fits. And then my Ariel is from Pretty Little Liars. Her name is Lucy Hale.
I love Pretty Little Liars, one of my favorite shows.
I didn't watch it all the way through, but I saw the first few episodes. But her face is very Ariel-esque. And I found a photo with her hair looking kind of red and I was like, that's
She has an Ariel-esque face.
She does. And she can sing, I found out. She like competed on some singing show way back when. Yeah, that's who I picked.
All right.
And I found young people. Do you know how hard it is to find young actors that fit these flippin' parts? Everyone's like 40-something or like 10.
I try not to look at ages, but you have to. For some, you have to.
You literally do.
Yeah.
Because Ariel's like says her age.
Like for Megara, you have to use age.
Yeah, older.
All right.
Okay, I already forgot who you picked though. Liam Hemsworth.
And
okay. I don't know the girl though, so that's really hard.
We'll just vote.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I actually did like your Eric better though.
See, I picked you.
I just based it on
I picked you because your
Ariel's.
I don't know if mine can sing. So I felt like equal. They were equal when I looked at them.
I actually do agree with you.
But because yours can sing, I gave you. But yes, I do.
I think that we should take your Eric and my Ariel.
I have the better Eric.
I think it's a tie because my Ariel is better than his Eric.
Now, I just want to make it very clear before we move forward that if they didn't already have to be famous, I would choose myself as Prince Eric because
obviously
I have both a better build than Liam Hemsworth and Chris Hemsworth.
It's so true.
I could be the fourth Hemsworth brother.
The Force?
The fourth Hemsworth brother. So, just pull up the sleeves a little bit. All right. Next.
Okay, next is Rapunzel and Flynn.
All right, you're first.
It took me forever.
You're first.
Okay, so Rapunzel. Okay, I really wanted to pick Amanda Seyfried because she looks exactly like her, but she's just too old. Not that she's old, but too old.
No, but you're playing an 18-year-old.
Yeah, and she's like 30
you have to look like an
something.
18-year-old.
I know. Okay, so I picked Melissa Benoist, who is Supergirl. You're gonna notice some repetition in where I got my people from. But she can sing. She was on Glee. And then she's got like princess features, and she's like built kind of like Rapunzel, like that really narrow body because she's probably been living off like berries and stuff that her wicked fake mom brings her. And then she looks good blonde, so that's like all the check boxes.
Yep.
And then my Flynn I picked from Glee, and it's the guy who played Sam Cord Overstreet. He did not look any like
fish lips.
Yes.
Fish lips. If you didn't know who that was.
But he didn't look anything like. If he still looked how he looked on that show, I wouldn't have picked him. But I pulled up a picture of what he looks like now, and he actually like kind of fits the part. Okay. And he can sing again. Like singing was really important on these two to me because they have like one of the best duets of all time.
I had the hardest time of all the females that I had to choose. I had the hardest time with Rapunzel. And not only that, but I don't know if either my Rapunzel or Flynn can sing. I'm just going to assume that being a famous in theater, that theater people like to think they can sing.
It's true.
So they should at least attempt it.
They should at least carry it too.
So I used this one of my daughter's wonderful. I don't know what you exactly call these things, like Tootsie Roll dolls. Because they're just like a Princess Tootsie Roll.
They're like sausage dolls.
Yeah,
they're
sausage
like crammed
doll.
into the dress.
But I went with way back to something I used to watch, like randomly on Disney Channel when I got super bored. So hey, just say. So not that we watched it a ton.
I think we went through those on Netflix.
But I saw this, and I'm not saying Jessie. I'm saying the other.
Not Debbie Ryan.
No, Peyton, not Debbie Ryan. Peyton, our list, the blonde-headed one that she babysitted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like.
And she's young. That's a good.
She is young. Not young like she was a Jessie, but old enough now to play Rapunzel.
I bet she can.
She's a Disney star.
Like if they're a Disney star, I feel like they have to have some singing ability.
Or at least be able to fake singing. So
true.
Yeah, that was my Rapunzel, and then for my male lead, I went with Teen Wolf star and Maze Runner star Dylan O'Brien. I felt like he had the Flynn quality that, like,
is he the main one in Maze Runner?
Yes.
Oh, okay. With
like
the big old
he could think he's attractive. But other people might not always think he's a good looking guy.
So he's like doing the smolder and people are like,
yeah, like he's good looking enough to try to act like he's super attractive.
But when he gets cocky, you're like,
yes, exactly. And Dylan O'Brien does have a big nose, and in the movie, they always get his nose wrong.
It's not his nose, it's his nostrils.
Well, but they always get his nose wrong.
So much off.
I just need somebody that.
Which means he'd be a good singer.
Yeah, because he can breathe through his nose. Of course. I think that's what you're trying to say. So that's mine.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So voting on who got that one best.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
All right. First one we agreed upon. You cheated.
Both mine,
You basically just cheated with like Glee connection.
I literally
Supergirl.
did that. Those people.
And I think if there was no singing involved, I would have definitely chosen myself.
I just don't really like Dylan O'Brien.
So I think he did a fantastic job in Maze Runner.
I like him in Maze Runner, but I just don't think he's. So, it's fine.
Maybe not
it's
the Scorched Trials or
yeah.
Death Cure, but Maze Runner.
Okay, the next one is Milo and Kida.
Okay.
Was it me first this time?
Me first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm even.
I told you I'd forget. Go ahead.
All right, so I think you're not even going to want to go after I'm done because mine is so good. So my Kida, I went with Zoe Kravitz.
That's who I picked!
From Fantastic Beasts. I think she literally perfect.
No, she is. And I even found pictures of her with like white, kind of like dreadlocks.
Yeah, like I picture like.
She literally looks.
I'm picturing her with like Daenerys Targaryen's hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, she'd be the perfect Kida.
And she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah, so Zoe Kravitz. And I'm going to reunite Zoe Kravitz with the main nerd Hufflepuff from Fantastic Beasts himself, Eddie Redmayne. And I literally think as long as he does a good American accent.
And he's done it before, I think.
And this was hard for me.
That's a good one.
This was hard for me. Because I feel like American actors get like, oh, their British accent was terrible.
How many have you picked so far that haven't been American? Like 4?
I think I've had one
All
American.
your boys?
All my boys have been Australian and now British, except for Dylan O'Brien.
He feels like they're all just coming from Australia and stealing all of our American male roles.
People can do American accents, but I guess Americans aren't able to do foreign accents. So, it was hard, but Eddie Redmayne, I loved him in Fantastic Beasts. I think he would be
and they have chemistry. You literally already know they have chemistry.
Let's have them end
together.
Together, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't want to go now. Okay, so I picked Zoe Kravitz for Kida, so we're tied on that part, but I actually do think you picked better. But I still picked a good one.
Okay.
So I picked Nicholas Hoult, who was the young Beast in the X-Men movies.
He's a great nerd.
He is. He's literally like the epitome of kind of like nerdy, but still like kind of cute. You know what I mean? Like,
they would have to put him in the thing is like Nicholas Hoult in like the weird little
tank top.
Like he actually
does
has.
He wear that as Beast?
I feel like he actually has. Some
yeah, I actually think. But so does Milo. Milo's actually like kind of got muscles.
Agree, disagree.
Okay, well, anyway. But that's what I picked, mostly because of his nerdy quality, and he's got kind of that, like, nervous around girls character you've seen him play and things like that. But yeah. I don't know. That's what I picked. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I got
No,
it.
yours is better.
Boom. I think the most decisive one of the evening right there.
I told you I'd be unbiased.
So, alright.
Alright, next one.
You're first.
Okay, it's Tarzan and Jane. I had a really hard time with Tarzan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wanted somebody really tall, but they couldn't be, like, super bulky. Because I was like, they're living off, like, fruit and, like, termites.
Out of all the men, I would say Tarzan was...
He's hard.
He's the hardest character.
And he has a very distinct look in the cartoon. Like, he's got a very distinct facial structure.
Yes.
And so trying to find that was, like, impossible.
Yeah, like...
And you have to find somebody who can have dreadlocks.
Like, you gotta have somebody that's good with long hair. They have to be, like...
Super in shape.
They have to be in shape, but also look malnourished.
Yes.
And they have to look handsome, but also...
covered in dirt and mud and grossness.
So
like, never taken a bath.
Nasty and good looking.
Super
Super in shape, but malnourished.
There's a lot of conflicting things to find. So anyway, I went totally left field and went to this show that I watch called Poldark. It's on Amazon Prime. You should totally check it out. It's really good. It's like the British PBS. It's so good. Ignore him. Anyway, but there's a character on there. His real name is Tom York, and he plays like the sweetest guy on the show.
Tom York.
Yeah, you should pull up his picture. The biggest reason I chose him is his face, because he has this very, like, rugged yet soft face. I can't explain it. He's got, like, the right brow structure, and he just looks like Tarzan to me. However, he's way too skinny. But it's partially because the character he's playing on Poldark is, like, poor. So he'd have to bulk up. That's the requirement. He would have to bulk up. But he is also taller, so I'm like, I think it'd be okay. Jane... I actually really like the Jane I chose. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but it's Kaya Scodelario. She's from Maze Runner.
Scodelario.
Scodelario.
It's pronounced Scodelario.
She is British. So
it's not Scodelario.
It's Scodelario. Thank you, Hermione. Okay, anyway, but I picked her. She's the main girl in Maze Runner, and she was in Pirates of the Caribbean. She was like the girl. I don't know.
Yes.
We saw the movie one time. But she looks a lot like Jane to me, and she's British. And she's, like, just old enough to be Jane, I think. But not so young where you're like, oh, she's, like, 15.
Alright, anyways. So for my Tarzan, it was hard because I wanted somebody tall with an athletic build, but that wasn't like, you know, like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. Like, the Chris is big. Because you can't be swinging on vines and doing the weird... And
not able to lift your arms above your head.
Doing the skater thing on the trees. You know, being super bulky. So I went with Hunger Games Finn, which... I'm
sorry, I
gotta make sure I get his name right.
He's not famous enough.
Yes, he is.
No, my guy. He's
Sam Claflin.
Oh, I almost used him earlier.
Sam Claflin. He's 5'11", like 6 foot range, unless they're lying about his height, which happens sometimes. But... And I thought he also had that really good build. Like, he's not...
No, he doesn't.
He's
his face looks
He's
like
super in shape, but he's not bulky.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. And he would, you know, he looks like he could live with gorillas. It's like, you know.
What'd you pick for your girl?
So, my girl, I chose... this one was pretty fast for me. I was like, who would make a really good British accent, kind of low-key, looks like she'd be somebody that could, like, survive, you know.
Oh, would, like, enjoy living in the jungle?
Like, yeah, like... high end, but would be able to survive the jungle. So I went with Daisy Ridley from Star Wars.
Oh, Rey?
So Rey from Star Wars, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she drinks that nasty alien green.
Oh, no, that was
so
like
she
scarring.
could definitely survive.
Oh my god, did she
in
drink
the jungle? She probably eventually drank it, yes. So yeah, I went with Rey.
Okay.
And her green milk drinking. So yeah, all right.
I don't know.
Well, let's just go with your gut.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain. I'm only giving it to you because I actually do feel like your Tarzan is significantly, like, I feel like he's better.
That's right.
Because mine has to, like, do stuff to get the part.
Yeah.
Yours could probably already fit the part.
And yours is from Poldark.
Okay, but I feel like my Jane is better.
Your Jane was good.
Okay.
All right. So you...
Next is You're going first.
I'm
and
going
it's
first.
Tiana and Naveen.
So I went with Zendaya as...
Oh, that's a good one.
As my Tiana because I think she not only can sing and dance, but she can also sing and dance as a frog. Proud of you, Zendaya. Okay. And then for my Naveen, I kind of went just left field.
Did you pick a nobody?
Basically, I picked a nobody. He is Lincoln from the 100.
Oh, that's a good
His
one.
name's Ricky Whittle. He might be a little too built to be Naveen, like, because he's like super jacked in the 100.
Yeah.
But, you know, he just doesn't...
Tone it down.
He just doesn't...
Don't work out for a couple months.
Just don't work out.
That's pretty good. Okay, so for my Tiana, I picked Maisie Richardson. Yeah, Maisie Richardson Sellers, who's from Legends of Tomorrow, the superhero show.
Another superhero.
And she plays Vixen, and she, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so she looks like Tiana. Goal number 1. I have no idea if she can sing, but she also wears a necklace that turns her into animals on that show. So she already can turn into a frog.
And I'm pretty sure on that show, that's one of her go-tos.
It probably is.
It's super frog powers.
Yes.
So.
Obviously.
Yes, obviously, that's what you use when you're in battle.
So. What do they always say on the cartoon? They're like, it's mucus. That's what she throws at her enemies. Anyway.
Mucus.
And then for Naveen, I picked Jesse Williams, who's from Grey's Anatomy.
I like Jesse
Dr.
Williams.
Avery. He's very Naveen in his personality on Grey's Anatomy because he's kind of like cocky, but then he'll like fall in love with somebody and like those walls come down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know. Who did you pick? Because we have to vote.
All right, Zendaya and Ricky Whittle, and then Chris Evans,
and then it's Maisie Richardson Sellers.
Maisie Richardson Sellers.
She's a very long name. And Jesse Williams.
And Jesse. Okay. All right.
1, 2, 3.
I liked Zendaya more than I like. Zendaya can sing and dance, we know, and I don't know. Your chick can act like animals. So, I don't...
Okay, fine.
Nope.
This one's Pocahontas and John Smith.
So am I. Pocahontas, okay. This one was hard because I wanted a really good Pocahontas. I wanted somebody tall that I felt like had stature, like power. Like I didn't want...
She's a strong woman.
Like I wanted somebody that looked young, but I didn't want somebody that like seemed like little. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I didn't want somebody to seem like a weak teenage. Like I wanted a strong female lead. So I went with Naya Rivera from Glee. She's Santana, and I thought she has that nice stature. Well, she looks tall.
Her figure fits.
Yes, her figure fits Pocahontas, and she looks tall. And she looks like she doesn't take crap from nobody because she grew up in Lima Heights.
That's
okay?
so true.
She grew up in Lima Heights. All right, and then
she can sing.
And then my John Smith, I was like, okay, I just need somebody that the all soldier, like nobility, does the right thing. So I went with Captain America, Chris Evans. So he has a good John Smith, and he looks like somebody that would try to do the noble thing and turn himself in to save his friend and get his head beaten on a rock by a giant stick.
I know.
So
that could have been a totally different movie.
that he would take it with pride.
Okay, well, I picked older people because I didn't feel like Pocahontas had to be super young, and I really, really wanted to find a Native American actress, which is like really hard, and that's sad. But anyway, so I found Julia Jones, who looks so much like Pocahontas. I was like, okay, that's perfect.
Julia Jones. Yeah.
She was in Twilight, and she's done a few other things. But anyway, she is older.
Twilight makes her supremely qualified.
Okay, well, it's also the fact that she looks like Pocahontas.
I'll look her up while you're finishing.
Okay, and then for my John Smith, I picked Justin Hartley, who's from This Is Us. He's like the blonde brother who's the actor, and he has that quality again of being like, see.
Yeah, she does. She
looks a lot like her.
You will see the picture somewhere on the screen.
But yeah, he can play like that kind of like stubborn arrogance at the beginning, but like swayed by love,
She kind of got some muscle on her too.
Yeah, and you have to for Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Like that picture, that was it.
Yeah, that was. All right.
Anyway.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Who was the boy?
Justin Hartley.
Justin Hartley was John Smith.
Us.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yes. Yeah. Only because
of Julia Jones.
Julia Jones. She did. Yeah. I don't know if she can actually act, but she did.
Assuming she can sing.
She looks significantly more like Pocahontas.
She really does. Okay, yeah.
And I was pretty 50-50 on Chris Evans, Justin Hartley. All right. I believe you are.
No, you just went. Okay,
first.
Carl and Ellie. I'm excited about this one. Okay, so for my Carl, I picked Tommy Lee Jones. What are you doing?
Just showing off the shirt.
Oh, I thought you were like popping your back.
No,
Yeah, we have matching up shirts.
Carl
Look.
and Ellie shirts.
These are from Box Lunch.
They say Carl and Ellie
I
on
don't
the back.
think I can see that. You're not like actually turning around.
Yeah. Keep it up here, people. Okay.
But they have like the handprints on the back, like on the mailbox and stuff. Anyway, I picked Tommy Lee Jones for Carl.
He's so old. I mean, if you want Carl to be old.
But Carl's supposed to be really, really old at the end of the movie.
I'm not sure if Tommy Lee Jones would willingly use a walker in any movie.
I think he could.
The little tennis ball.
I'm telling him he gets to fight with it at the end. I think he'd do it.
Yeah, no, I don't see him.
Okay,
it's
well,
fine,
anyway,
it's fine.
I think he has the grumpy quality that's absolutely necessary, but I also think that you see him be like really loving towards his like female counterparts in movies.
Okay.
So there's that. And then for Ellie, I picked Mary Steenburgen, who's the stepmom in Elf.
Oh,
and she was on Last Man on Earth.
Does not look the same age as Tommy Lee Jones.
I know. I said it and I was like, oh, she's kind of younger. But they could age her. And she is older. I actually have no idea how old she is.
Tommy? Well, I guess the thing is Tommy. The thing is, here's the thing: they would need to de-age Tommy Lee Jones because she passes away,
and then he keeps going.
And then it's like, how long does he keep going? So I know who she is.
No, I want to see how old she is.
Okay. So you want me to go while you're waiting? Okay. So I was between two people. Okay, and I was going back and forth. I'll tell you who they are, but before that, the scene that sold me on this person was the final scene of the movie where they're eating ice cream, or like drinking the soda, eating ice cream.
They're getting ice cream.
And they're counting the cars. They're doing the blue and red cars. And I thought the person out of the two, Morgan Freeman, would play it significantly better than...
Who was the other one you were thinking about?
Robert De Niro.
She's 66.
So,
and Tommy Lee Jones is 70.
Well, she just looks younger.
She looks super
She just looks younger. But anyways... I thought Morgan Freeman would play that scene way better. Robert De Niro would be better being grumpy, but I was like, Morgan Freeman can be grumpy.
He plays villains all the time.
He can be grumpy, but again, I wasn't sure that.
No, I agree. That last scene's so important.
And then I went with, for my Ellie, I literally think that my person looks just like Ellie on her deathbed. Sally Field. If you don't know who Sally Field is...
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire, the wife, Mrs. Doubtfire, but 20 years later.
Has it only been 20 years?
It's been a while since Mrs. Doubtfire came out. I would say it's
been like 30. But I guess that makes sense. I'm only 28.
Yeah, you wouldn't even been alive. So, but I have bonuses for you because...
Did you do their younger version?
Carl and Ellie, they grow together in that first scene. So, I started off with...
Wait, is this like the kids?
This is the kids. Now, I didn't go super young, like them being 6 to 8. I went like with them being like 11, 10. McKenna Grace, she was in Gifted with Chris Evans. She was the gifted kid. Yeah. And then just so you know. So I went with to go with McKenna Grace, I went with Miles Brown from Blackish. He plays the nerdy, like ditzy kid kind of well, and like his like when he gets nervous, that look he makes. I was like, that's the perfect look for when she like surprises him
and like yells at him and tells him what to do. All right, we're gonna vote.
Oh yeah, all right. Who was yours again?
Mine was Tommy Lee Jones and gosh, what's her name? Mary Steenburgen.
Okay. 3, 2,
1.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like you just won because you casted like all
I did.
of them.
The bonuses put me over the edge. Go big or go home. Go big or go home.
That's true.
So.
All right, the next one is Anna and Kristoff.
All right, and I believe I'm first this time. You went first last time. All right, so my Anna and Kristoff. I kind of floated back and forth on Kristoff for a while. Anna was pretty easy. The up and coming starlet Haley Steinfeld. She's in Bumblebee. She was in Pitch Perfect 3. She was the friend that they always made fun of. So that Fat Amy did. That
was like the youngest.
She was the youngest one that Fat Amy did not like. So I think she's just good on a personality.
She's a really
and then
actress.
My Kristoff, I went with again from Stranger Things or from Power Rangers. I went with the Red Ranger, Doc Ray Montgomery. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. The Red Ranger. Doc Ray Montgomery, and he was in Stranger Things.
Oh, the recent. I'm sorry.
He was like the abusive brother in Stranger Things.
I like your Anna.
Yeah.
Because she can sing. That's always good.
Yeah.
All right, for my Anna, she's like a nobody. I picked Ellie Bammer from Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Yeah,
She's one of the youngest sisters.
I'm gonna have to look her up.
I actually really like her.
She wasn't even the lead.
No, she wasn't. But she looks so much like a Disney princess. Doesn't she?
Yeah, she'd be a good... She has a good Anna face.
She has a great Anna face.
She does.
But I'll be honest, I literally based it almost 100% off looks because I've only seen her in one movie. She was really good in that movie, but I'm kind of just hoping she can be like the adorable kind of character that she
was
needs
somebody
to be.
in Les Mis.
And she was in the new Nutcracker movie, but we haven't seen that yet, so I don't really...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's been in some stuff.
Yeah, she has. I'm just
never
basing
had
it
that
off one.
She's never had that
movie.
lead role though.
So this could be her big.
And who's your Kristoff?
And then my Kristoff is Blake Jenner, who is.
All right.
Okay, now we're gonna vote. Who did you pick?
Hedy Steinfeld and Dockeray Montgomery.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like your Anna is better.
I felt like mine were better, but I felt like I would come off as I'm voting for myself too much, so I just voted for you to be nice. So, if I was being honest. But I'd still raise it up.
Okay, my Kristoff's better.
You needed a win.
I did.
You needed a win, so I've given you.
But it's not a win because I voted for you.
So, yeah.
My Kristoff's better, but your Anna's better. I feel like if we'd done this together, we would have...
But if Dockeray Montgomery can sing...
I already forgot who Dockeray Montgomery is.
He's the Red Ranger in the
Literally just... Oh, I keep forgetting who he is.
Yeah, so maybe that's why you don't want to vote for me.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Alright,
Last one. It's you.
Okay, this one's Esmeralda and Phoebus from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And so for this one, I went older. These two can definitely be adults. They don't need to be teenagers.
The gypsy, you never know how old a gypsy is.
How many gypsies have you met?
I don't know. That's why you never know how old they are. So.
And then he's a soldier, and he's like a high up soldier, so he should be older.
You never know how old a soldier is. So yeah, there's that.
Okay. Anyway, so for my Esmeralda, I actually really like my Esmeralda. So I picked, I don't know if it's Morena or Marina Baccarin. I don't know.
Baccarin.
But she was the love interest in the Deadpool movies, like his girlfriend, and then she was also on the show V, which we used to watch.
Yeah, the one
season
that got canceled. Or the last one or two seasons.
And then she was on Firefly too. And she's played very different characters. So I do feel like she's a very strong actress.
Right.
And she looks so much like Esmeralda. Like she's got the hair and the eyes and she's like lean but looks like I think she can probably dance. Like I would bet she could dance.
Yeah.
And then for my Phoebus, I picked Chris Hemsworth because he just looks like Phoebus. And he's a really good actor and he looks like he could be a soldier. And he's Chris Hemsworth, so.
Yep. So for my Esmeralda, I know I gave you a really hard time for using her earlier, but I used her for my Esmeralda, Olivia Munn. Okay.
I mean, you were like, she's so old.
You never know how old a gypsy is, so it's okay. Okay. You never know how old the gypsies are. Can't trust them.
Okay.
Never trust a gypsy. Because you never know how old they are.
What if my subscribers are gypsies?
I only don't trust you because I don't know how old you are, not because of your personality. Not because of your personality. So, and then that Olivia Munn. I felt like she fit well.
It's a good one.
And then I went with Scott Eastwood. We just saw him again.
Why is everyone from Pacific Rim?
Because it was such a great movie. Okay, but Scott Eastwood literally looks like a soldier. Like he was
a soldier in Pacific Rim.
That's why he fits so well.
Okay.
But he has. I mean, Clint Eastwood. Come on, it's his son. He has the bloodlines to be great. And I think he just has a very rugged soldier look to him. And I also have a bonus one again. Okay, my Quasimodo. He has to ring. It's a love triangle.
It's true.
Because it's a love triangle.
It's a love triangle.
Okay, triangle.
So Quasimodo just
he's kind of just, it becomes a non-triangle eventually. But I need somebody bulky, like somebody strong.
Yeah, because he's swinging around from church.
And he has to ring the bell.
Whatever those are called.
So he really works on the delts and the biceps.
It's really true. I know you sound like you're kidding, but you're right.
But height, I was like, I wasn't really too concerned with height. I just wanted somebody bulky that could sing. Could sing. So I went with Nick Jones. I think Nick Jonas.
You know, I do think that Nick Jonas, in addition to saying he would be the next Batman, I think he also said that he would be Quasimodo.
I will also be Quasimodo.
I think he said those were his dream roles.
I'm burning up, and just the hunchback in the eye, you know, burning up for you, baby. So
I feel like if Quasimodo looked like Nick Jonas, even if half his face was deformed, she would pick Nick Jonas.
You're underestimating Scott Eastwood.
I am.
You're underestimating
on purpose.
And I'm uncomfortable with how attractive you find Nick Jonas.
No, it's not me.
Don't ever
it's
be coming
society.
around. Don't ever be coming around here, Nick Jonas. Stay away. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, we have to vote, and your Quasimodo's not allowed to put you over the edge.
Okay. Whose were yours again?
Marina Baccarin, who's the chick from. Okay.
Right.
And then Chris Hemsworth.
Okay. 3,
2, 1. No!
Yes!
No!
Scott Eastwood is way better than Chris
Scott
Hemsworth.
Eastwood is not that great of an actor.
He's... What?
He's better than Chris Hemsworth.
You don't even know anything he's in.
Pacific Rim, we watched it last night.
I watched it last night.
I watched half of it.
You...
And fell asleep. Just like I
She
did
fell
watching
asleep
the
for
first
half,
one.
and the other half, she was doing this. She was researching, so she didn't actually see
That's
him
true.
act.
No, I did, and I was
So,
like, wow. This is
I think Olivia Munn was better than your girl.
I disagree. But whatever.
So, and I had a bonus.
Bonuses don't count.
Doesn't matter. I had a bonus.
Anyway, okay. Y'all let us know in the comments below who you think won, who did a better job casting. I will say I'm okay with you putting him because maybe it'll make him come back on my channel.
That won't happen, but I still should win.
We'll see.
So, thank you to all for watching and having my wife constantly do these videos so that I don't have to spend time with her. I'm just joking. Stop watching so I can spend more time with her. So.
Please don't stop watching.
Yeah.
I really like doing this.
So yeah.
Okay, and then make sure you guys pop over to the Disney Damsels channel to watch their version of this. I'm really curious who they picked. Like, did they follow the age thing? The hardest thing about this was age. It was like finding people in the right age.
Yep, there's no way Rowan did that. I didn't.
We'll see.
Calling you
never
out.
know. I think Abir probably did.
So.
She's really good at stuff like
she
this.
didn't do better than me.
We'll see. I believe in you too, Rowan.
I don't.
Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up and leave me comments below who you guys would have picked and who you think won. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Then we need to do a thumbnail. Stop waving.